just one more thing really quick. I'm gonna not think before you long. What you talked about how you so I know you know when you were talking about the cancer. You shared this song. I was born. I was born by a river in a little town. Yeah. Oh, just like the river I never running. Yeah. It's been a long, come on, young man. But I know change no more. It's been true. I hope someday you the arms. It's been a long time coming, but I know. It's been a long time coming, but I know you know I want somebody. There was Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you. This time we're going to turn the president of the Charles.
morning, New Life. Today we are celebrating our 2020 graduates, and what a year they've had. Unlike any year I've ever seen. We're going to skip ahead. A couple of our graduates are not in the building with us, but just want to talk a little bit about our graduates today. Jadon Cummings. Jadon is the oldest son of Rosary and Minister Gregory Cummings and big brother of Sister Hannah and brother Nathaniel. He graduated from Mooresville Senior High in Mooresville, North Carolina, and will be attending Western Carolina University in Cullowhee, North Carolina, pursuing a stage and screen degree. During Jadon's 4 years at Mooresville High School, he was very active in theater and performing arts. Whether singing, dancing, acting, or working behind the scenes, he always left audiences with something to remember. I didn't get to see him perform, but I heard a lot about him. School performances and roles that he had: Night of the Living Dead, zombie version of Prince, The Con and Other Urban Legends, Luis, Father, Dark Road, Citizen, Almost Maine, East, You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, Franklin, Fairly Odd Parents, Jorgen von Strangle, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, Mr. Bucket, Tuck Everlasting, Hugo, variety shows, many individual and group performances. He was also in the honors choir. He sang the national anthem for school sports events, assemblies, and others. His community performances: he was in Theater Statesville, Smokey Joe's Cafe. He was a lead singer, a backup singer, and a dancer. He was in the Mooresville Children's Community Theater. He played the main villain of Gaston in Beauty and the Beast. And in our church performances, he was in the Christmas program, The Trial of Mary, Joseph. Easter programs, he was a puppet character. Independent films, the film Mudo, he was Toby Madison. He was also a member of the North Carolina Theater Conference, International Thespian Society, a theater arts honor student, and a member here at New Life Missionary Baptist Church. Do you want me to read your Key to Life, or would you like to share that with us? Okay. Jadon's Key to Life that he leaves us here at New Life. And to all the upcoming students and high schoolers: don't stress about your grades. They don't define you, but do work hard at them. Don't worry about your social status. It's not like what you see in the movies. They sensationalize things. Enjoy your time in high school. It can end abruptly, just like it did for the class of 2020. Take chances. You never know what may come of it. Could be good, could be bad, but it will be a learning experience. But you'll never know until you try. Mr. Brendan Gillis. I might get a little emotional. I watched Mr. Brendan grow up. Brendan is the oldest son of Evelyn Hart and Jared Gillis, and Kylan's big brother. He's the grandson of Sister Brenda and brother Isaac Hart. He's a 2020 graduate of Airport High School in West Columbia, South Carolina. Brendan will be attending Newberry College in Newberry, South Carolina, pursuing a degree in Bachelor's of Music. And his church affiliation is here at New Life Missionary Baptist. His many achievements include National Honor Society, National Society of High School Scholars, National Beta Club, Tri-M Music Society, and he's also an honor roll student. He was also awarded Student of the Month, the West Columbia Rotary Club, and Music Excellence Award Newberry, along with memberships in All-State Choir for 2 years, Regional Choir for 3 years, SCADA Choir for 2 years, Show Choir for 2 years, and Solo Ensemble. He's a recipient of Newberry Academic Scholarship, South Carolina Hope Scholarship, and SC Higher Education Tuition Grant. Do you want to reach it later? You gonna take that? I'll give him his paper. Let's give Mr. Brandon Gillis a hand. Mr. Elian Sagala. Elian is the son of Christina and Memo Sagala and the big brother to little sister Ayana. He graduated 2020 from South Iredell High School in Trouton, North Carolina, and his church affiliation is also here at New Life Missionary Baptist. He works at Engage to Excel part-time as an Omni Assembler and is currently working with the NAACP to help advance peace and reach long-term goals with racial equality. Go ahead. He has single-handedly set up meetings with the mayor and the sheriff to help propose solutions. He's an aspiring musician, and his purpose, he feels, is to safeguard and stand for the rights of Black and brown people in this country. I'm so proud of him, says his mom. We're proud of you too. Thank you. And your key to life got cut off. Do you want to tell us your key to life?
I don't really have to think about that. I don't really know what to say.
It looks like part of it. It looks like it was saying keep being yourself, but it got cut off, so I'm not sure.
I don't really.
I want to tell you, just keep doing what you're doing. Just keep doing what you're doing. Thank you. And a couple of our graduates that are not here with us, one of them, my other baby, that I watched grow up, Charles Trey Sharp, the son of Tiffany and Charles Sharp, 2020 graduate of Statesville High School in Statesville, North Carolina. Trey is currently working part-time at Ingalls in Statesville. His plan is to obtain a full-time job and be successful in that based on the direction that God leads him. He dedicated 2 years to playing football and attended the Crosby Scholars Program through the 10th grade. Trey's key to life, or new life, is be successful at whichever route taken in life and pray for the best outcome. Stay in God's hands so He will lead in the right direction and never not believing. There we go. And Jacoby is not with us. We have a lot here for Jacoby, and we also, right, he told me we had a video that Jacoby sent to us. I'm going to read a little bit about Jacoby first. Is the son of Shamil Cowan and Terrence Taper, grandson of Deacon and Deaconess Friedel and Bernita Cowan. He's a 2020 graduate of Providence Day School out of Charlotte, North Carolina. He is currently attending the Ohio State University in Ohio. He's pursuing a Bachelor of Science in the College of Business, and his major is undecided at this time. His accomplishments and achievements. He was a member of the National Honor Society, Model UN participant and active member of the Black Student Union Club at Providence Day. He was a member of the varsity basketball team and a member of New Life Missionary Baptist Church. Participated in an art memory portrait project that was designed to inspire joy and building community through art. The portraits were delivered to children from the Congo. He volunteered in a Be the Change community service project that exemplified the impact of poverty on education and the arts while visiting 12 nonprofits in the Charlotte area. It also included planting crops at So Much Good Incorporated, a nonprofit organic farm dedicated to eliminating socioeconomic, racial, and ethnic health disparities resulting from lack of access to nutritionally dense food products based on status, geographic location, or any combination of factors that serve to marginalize groups of people. He was a 4-year varsity starter at strong side defensive end, varsity football captain, all conference honors as a freshman, first team all-state honors as a sophomore, first team all-conference honors as a sophomore, 2017 NCPreps.com all-state team, 2017 Charlotte Observer first team all-Mecklenburg, 2017 North Carolina All-USA second team, 2017 NC Associated Press first team All-State. There's a lot on here, y'all. 2017 Providence Day Football Blood and Guts Award, Max Preps Preseason All-American, Max Preps All-American, All-State Honors as a junior, and first team All-Conference Honors as a junior. He was ranked #1 player in the class of 2020 in North Carolina by 24/7 Sports. Ranked #2 strong side defensive end in the class of 2020 in the nation by 24/7 Sports. Ranked #7 player in the class of 2020 in the nation by 24/7 Sports. Those are some stats, y'all. Charlotte kickoff night powered by Ortho Carolina All-State, All-Star of the Game in 2017, RBC Wealth Management Private School Player of the Week. He received 44 D1 collegiate scholarship offers. And 2 years in a row, he made the top 5 Big 22 Player of the Year from WSOC TV. And then, Raheem, do you have that video? Okay. So let's give another hand to our class of 2023.
Good morning. Good morning. This morning I have the honor and pleasure to introduce a great friend of mine, Dr. Kinston Griffin. Dr. Griffin, well, first let me say, he is the husband of Miss Sherry Griffin, and I'm so delighted for that. And Dr. Griffin is one of the nation's most sought-after keynote speakers, a best-selling author, and a top performing trainer and coach. Dr. Griffin is the founder and CEO of Dream Builders Incorporated. He is an amazing speaker, an amazing mentor. Dr. Griffin is a graduate first of South Island High School. Then he went on to get his bachelor's degree in social work from Livingstone College. Later, he received his doctorate degree in liberal arts from Wilberforce University. Dr. Griffin is an awesome speaker. He's an awesome friend. He's an awesome mentor. As I was thinking about it, even when we were in school, it was a club called the Key Club. He was a member of, and he took me under his wing and advanced me to get into the Key Club, and he's just always been a great mentor. So I'd like to present to some and introduce to others Dr. Kinston J. Griffin. Now, we are in the house of the Lord.
Yeah.
And you all gave that pancake clap. Like that was no true, because it wasn't really about me, it's about all the things that God has done.
Because I can't talk about your situation. I can only talk about mine because if it had not been for the Lord on my side. See, we talk about the pandemic, but guess what? There was a panic for me before a pandemic. There was things in school that we were supposed to do, and I didn't quite do all the right things. So I definitely want to thank God for just having His grace and mercy. And then just look to your left, to your right, real quick. Just look around. Just look. Oh, He spared us. Oh, He kept us. Oh, He gave us just one more chance to get started. And as I was thinking about preparing to come, Lamont called and I said, man, there's no place like home because I still attend church and play as a musician to where one of my mentors started playing at right up the street, Clark's Chapel Baptist Church. See, I love all the accomplishments and all the things that are going on, but I want to make sure before I get into my talk, because there is a word from the Lord, that we give honor. Your pastor, your first lady, has been on this battlefield for a long time. I remember when they were with the gospel deliverers, and he would just get up there and just sing and stomp his foot. And now, instead of singing for the gospel deliverers, he's the one that is delivered. And there's an old saying behind every good man, there's a good woman. I think the side and in front, that's where the women have been, will be, and will continue. The thing I love about this is I'm not just talking to talk. These are people I know. When I say I know, if I go out here and make a left, and we used to play basketball until we used to get in trouble right down the street. Oh yeah, Tori used to cut my hair when I had it. He didn't have a license, and I ain't scared. We talking about that. Those are the things I remember about this day and time. But I want you to follow me a little bit. See that gentleman sitting right over there? I call him Bougie. Many people call him James. But young men, you will experience, and young ladies, a lot of things in college. You'll see TVs, you'll see role models on TV and a lot of different things. But in Statesville, North Carolina, when I was growing up as a young man, he was one of the very few people that I have seen that looked like me that had gone. Yeah. I can only imagine what it was like when he was trying to go to college because we were from the brickyard. We didn't have a whole lot of money. We had a whole lot of money, but we didn't have a whole lot of money. And he went to Johnson C. Smith University. I think this is important to know because we'll look on live vision and see a lot. And I realize that you're alive in the presence of greatness right here. And it was interesting, not only did he go to college, then he had the nerve to get into a fraternity. He'd be like, but out of all the things that he did then and is doing now, he stayed on his post. See, our prayer simply that great things are going to happen from Western Carolina, great things are going to happen in the local market, great things are going to happen at the Ohio State, great things are going to happen in your institution, great things are going to happen whether they're working or not. But the thing we've got to understand that you have role models that if I were you, I'd get his number, get his email address, pick up the phone and be like, yo, I can't tell mom and dad this. Because you think you're getting ready to see something you've never seen before, but I guarantee you he's been there and he's done it. Give my friend. And then there's another piece of this that I think that is important because college is important, but college might not be the thing for everybody right now. See, growing up as a young man, I did not have men of color that were African American that were business owners. So follow me again. Just look right over there at that floor. He's senior. But I remember that they were out working and in the field and they were moving things and moving mobile homes and making things happen. And for me, it was one of the first African-American business owners, still in North Carolina, that I had ever seen. So, Brother Calvin, thank you so much. So to the deacons, trustees, friends, Lottie Dottie, and everybody, we're about to have a good time up in here. For those of you out on Facebook, on faces, my grandmother would call it back in the day. Make sure you share this with somebody because this is going to be important because times like these, every lives matter, but I am still black. Yes. Every life matters, but I am still black. And I believe together, if we work it together, it will work itself out. But the only way that it's going to work itself out is we still lean to the hills, which come about here. I have a few folks here. You know, it's funny. When I begin to speak now, I have to look in the audience and you're sending messages out. But Chris, thank you for coming. Cherie, Mother Barbara, Darren, Sister Carolyn. If I missed anybody, thank you too for coming. And I appreciate you coming because let's be honest, every faith-based entity is not open yet. And I applaud this church for doing it the right way. So for those that are wondering how to do it the right way, go check out New Life Missionary Baptist Church in Troutman, North Carolina, and see how they're doing it because they're not just opening service, but they have checks out front. They have masks out front. They have things in place to make sure that everybody is being safe because I know the devil right now. And see, sometimes the devil is not necessarily somebody that's dressed up in red. Sometimes it's somebody dressed up in a suit. Yeah. Or a skirt, or a pair of pants, a bow tie, a necktie. And what begins to happen is, well, why are they having church? Well, why haven't you had church inside of you? You wouldn't have to worry about why they having church. They got all the hand sanitizer, everything you need. So if you're wondering how to do it right, just check them out on their Facebook or their social media page. So I applaud you, like, for how you're doing the things that you're doing. And last but not least, you know, Lamont always said, man, when you going to get married? Lamont, I'm good right now. He said, man, when you going to get married? I said, Lamont, I'm good right now. And I'm minding my business, Pastor. And I see this pretty fine thing sitting on the office. I said, Jesus, keep me doing. And now, just almost 2 years later, I have a wife, and 12 weeks ago, we were very fortunate to have a baby little girl. I'm kind of mad at you brothers because, you know, the baby thing, y'all made it look easy. Like when they start crying, they don't stop. Oh, Mama, you set me up. You made it look so easy taking care of Lamont and I and hitting us every now and then. Well, right now, like she does, my schedule is her schedule. Like when she wants to play at 3:00 a.m., she gets that time and attention. But I say all that to all of the mothers that have been on the battlefield as a single mother. I want to commend you. I have no clue how in the world you have done what you have done. And if there are any single fathers out there watching on social media, I commend any single mother or any single father. But I also commend couples to stick together and stay together. It's not easy. And I know somebody's going to break your nerves, but I promise you it's a little bit easier when you have somebody that you're partner with. So if you don't mind, go to 2 Timothy. I'm not going to talk long, but I am going to talk strong. But 2 Timothy, the 4th chapter, and I'll be reading from the Message version of the Bible because the guys already preached the sermon. They talked about don't stress, enjoy your time, take chances, make sure you be your best, make sure you stand for black and brown people, make sure you keep being yourself. The guys have already really preached the sermon. But in 2 Timothy, it said, I can't impress, 2 Timothy, the 4th chapter, 1st through the 4th verse, it says there that, listen to it, I can't impress this on you too strongly. So it says, I can't impress on you too strong. God is looking over your shoulder. Now, in most cases, what a pastor would say, look at your neighbor and say, he's looking over your shoulder. I'm not going to say that. That is important, but I want you to understand he's looking over your shoulder. Christ himself is the judge. It says, with the final say on everyone. See, I would encourage you, there's a comma right there. I would pause right there and just want you to make a footnote to yourself. Quit worrying about what everybody else is saying to you and about you, because they're not the one. He is the one. Then it goes on saying living and dead. That means the people in the past, present, future, so forth and so on. He's about to break into the open with his rules. So proclaim the message of intensity. And it says, keep on your watch. Challenge, warn, and urge your people. Don't ever quit. Just keep it simple. And a friend of mine, Sister Freedoms, in my opinion, is a bad man when it comes to speaking and preaching. So I was thinking about Chris. So if you're going to take a note from a theme or a subject or a topic, I would say I thought it was finished. Or I thought I was finished. But I'm really just about to get started. I thought I was finished. But I'm really just about to get started. When you start looking at getting started and all the things that are taking place in our society today, let's just think about it, graduates, because this is for everybody. We'll focus on you for a few minutes. It's amazing that a pandemic came, February or March, and it really changed things for you, because many of you, all the song that you heard walking down, you were expecting to do that with your friends and throw your tassels, and in many cases you may think something was taken from you. And I'm not saying that it wasn't, but what I am saying is you might have thought that it was finished, but you are just getting started, because sometimes things have to shift, because you could go down in history in 2020 that you could have the right vision that you had to slow down to speed up.
Yeah, come on.
Sometimes you've got to make sure that even though it was done like this in the past, you may have to write your new future and new vision. You may be the first generational college student in your family to go, or you may be the next of the next of the next. But you have to write your course, and you got to write your course in a manner that you have to distinguish. Here's key, church folk, your friends from your associates. That's what I'm speaking to you, because there are going to be some people that are close to you, and they're going to give you all of this advice in the world, social media friends and family. They're going to give you all this advice in the world, but here's what I found out. It is amazing that they'll tell you what to do, and they're not even doing it themselves. I wouldn't wear a mask. What are you talking about? Well, I wouldn't go out. What are you talking? It is amazing that everybody has something for you to do and have thought about what they need to do for themselves. The next thing that I think is critically important for us, as you're starting to go into the workforce, and you're starting to have meetings with sheriffs and mayors, and those are very important meetings, make sure you have your plan together. And as you have your plan, everybody that's smiling in your face is not your friend. And not only do you need to have your plan, but you need to make sure your plan is solid, written, and then you have action steps behind it. The question is, what are your action steps, church members? What does your action steps do like? You can't just send them off to college and say, it's going to be okay. There are some next steps they're going to need while they're in college. I'll never forget. I'll never forget. I was at Livingstone College, broken in a joke. Broken in a joke. And I'd come home after playing football on Saturdays. I'd come home Sunday mornings and play with my cousin, Freddie Marks, at Clarkstown, which I'd be sore. When I say sore, I'm not sure. I just got hyped up. But I'd be sore. And college football was totally different than high school. I would be sore, I would be frustrated, and then I'd have to leave church and then get back to watch film. But there was a little lady in my church, she probably about maybe this tall, no, she's maybe this tall. And what she did is she had an envelope and she sowed a seed into my life. And she's sitting in this congregation today, and her name is Minister Carolyn Wilson. And she sowed that seed into my life. And 35 years later, I still have this envelope that where she sowed this seed into my life. My question is, what seeds are you going to sow into their life. Then I got another, because it's important for you to understand there's a difference between mentors and sponsors. You need sponsors. Mentors are good, but you need sponsors. Then I had another one, because you get ready to get into the theater and the arts. You've got to make sure that you get connected with people, because the degrees are important, but you got to have a contact to make contact.
Yes, right.
See, Jesus had a contact. Don't be mad at me. Jesus had a hookup. And when he had the hookup, what he could do is he could always dial up on the hookup. Don't forget to dial up. And one of your best dial up tools will be just this right.
All right.
And it doesn't have to be how you heard it from maybe your grandmother or pastor. Sometimes you may have to say, yo, God, what's up? I know I hadn't done everything right. Man, I made some mistakes. And yeah, that girl was fine. Yes, she was fine. She was fine. She was fine. She was fine. But I need you to come through. I got this test. I don't have any money. I did some stuff that I wasn't supposed to do. I did some stuff that may have embarrassed me. But I know you're still out there somewhere. In the book, he said he would never leave you. But I want to put a pause there. Make sure that you don't leave. Because if you don't leave him, he'll never leave you. Now, I'll be honest. Sometimes it looks like he just like put a pause button and went to help some other people. But he never left you. And I know this for a fact because another one of my mentors is sitting in the audience. Minister Joanne Barber, you talk about somebody that can pray. The best advice I can give you is find you a mother or a father that can. When I say when she prays, the heavens open up. You got to have somebody that can pray you through certain things. You're going to experience some tests that you've never seen before, and some of them aren't in the book. Some of them are going to be you're riding down the street, minding your business, and you're going to see some blue lights. Stay calm, stay cool, stay collected. Because everybody that wears those colors is not bad. Don't put a stigma on everybody that might have given a stigma that one or two people made everything look bad. See, it's one race, it's the human race, folks. And when we get that right, that's when things begin to change. In 2 Timothy, the thing, and I'm getting ready to sit down, but this is what he said, the last part of that. He says, don't ever quit. What are your goals? What are your dreams? What are your aspirations? What do you really want to do? And it might not look like what we told you as adults. It amazes me that we will try to live your future because we didn't do what we were supposed to do ourselves. It amazes me that we'll try to tell you to do everything that we should have did, but we didn't even do it ourselves. It amazes me of those type of things. And then when we get to this stage in life, now we want them to be all they can be. Let me show you how you can help them be all they can be. Sometimes you got to mind your own business. You think they need to go that way, their innovation may tell them something totally different. They're not going to do it the way we did it. The other young men that aren't here, it's different when he left Providence Day and going to the Ohio State. He was grown at Providence Day. Everybody grown at the Ohio State. It's different when you go to Ingles part-time and you want to go from a part-time job to a full-time job because there's this guy named Uncle Sam. I'm like, who is Uncle Sam? Uncle Sam likes to take a percentage of your check. And I look back through the Griffin trilogy and I was like, we don't have an Uncle Sam, it's called the government. And then there's a guy named Bill that's going to chase you all your life. Light bill, phone bill, gas bill. Well, let me tell you, Bill has a cousin that comes in red called Disconnect.
All right.
I've had some experience with Disconnect. And Disconnect will actually pay you to reconnect. But let me tell you, who never asked you to get repaid for reconnection. It's our Lord and Savior. So people in social media today, I know this is not Pastor Count. And boy, can he preach and sing. And he's lighter than I am. We about to say light, though. We about to say light. But if you're out there in social media today, I would encourage you to look up New Life Church, New Life Missionary Baptist Church in Charlotte. There's a lot of great things going on with after school care and daycare during the school day. And this is the church that's, you're probably wondering, where is Charlotte? It's just a little bit north of Charlotte. You're probably wondering, well, what makes them special? Oh, I can make it real easy. The spirit of the true and living God. That's what it is. I've never heard of them. Well, just understand that just because you didn't hear of them or have not heard of them, maybe you weren't listening, or maybe you weren't looking. I would encourage you to get out of your comfort zone of your traditional faith-based processes and look at something. Pastor Calvin told me in his study, he said, I would have never gotten on social media. He said, so the pandemic wasn't all bad. We can reach more people. So if you leave here, the question is, who are you going to reach after you leave? Who are you going to connect with after you leave? I text one of my real good friends, Cherie, thank you for coming. And I said, hey girl, I'm getting ready to speak. And she said, she didn't even ask where it was. She said, I'll be. Like, wait a minute, you might make me nervous. Come. She said, I'll be there. You probably say, well, why are you telling that story? It wasn't necessarily just out of the book, it was from life. But I really started with connecting you with people that you have access to. Right. And if you understand people that you have access to, you'll never quit. Yeah. And you're never quitting, understand, I thought I was finished, but I'm not ready, or just really. So do me a favor, give these young people a round of applause. Just turn around. Your fan club believes it. Turn around, guys. Your fan club believes it. I'm out of my time, but at the end, each graduate, make sure you see me. Lamont said, you know, I want you to bring a couple of your books and we'll buy it. But I want to do something different. I tell people when you buy my books, I win. But when you read them, you win. So at the end of the service today, just see me in the back. And I want to personally sign and invest in one of my books. Not only do I want to invest in you, so watch this. This is going to be good. Typically, in most cases, when I stand up and talk, it's a pretty significant fee. So let's just say if it was $1,500, it wasn't. But let's just say if it was. What I'd like to do is invest back into you. So whatever I was going to get today, I wanted to go towards these young people. But I believe the day that we start robbing the church and start investing back in people, because there's people in this audience that have invested back in me, because if it had not been potentially for a Livingstonian, I might not be standing in front of you today. So, but God I live, but God I die, but most of all, make sure you understand that you are the one, and no matter how dark the night, believe in the coming of the morning. God bless you all.
Thank you so much. That was a wonderful, wonderful message, especially for our youth. Thank you for blessing everybody. I certainly was moved by that message as well. What are your next steps? Next. Just wanted to also bless our graduates with a little something. Jayon. And I don't know, Anita, speaking for Jacoby. And I don't know, are we gonna play Jacoby's video now, right?
Hello, children. I'm Joe Brown, 2020 graduate of Multistreaming from Charlotte, North Carolina. I will be attending Beat, Ohio State University on a full athletic scholarship to play football, where I will pursue a Bachelor of Science degree in College of Business. I'm sorry that I am unable to attend today with COVID-19. The invite that I would like to leave with you is perseverance. The journey will not always be easy. You will have obstacles that come your way. You must remain positive, keep your faith in God, and the rest will fall into place.
And would any of our graduates like to say anything else? Brilliant.
Well, first I would like to thank God, my parents, and my mom. My key to life is never give up. It's okay to fail. It's not okay to try. To not try.
And does anyone have any other gifts or anything else they would like to say to our graduates? Oh, we have some coming in. And that's it. We have one more round of applause to our graduates. And we'll turn it back over to our pastor.
And the church say amen. Oh, let's give it one great round of applause. I tell you what, y'all hold on, look. Because you have to fly away sometimes. You're not consistent. Amen. Thank you, Dr. Griffin, so much for a wonderful job, brother. And let's give him a great I need some advice. subject. I thought I was finished, but I just couldn't. Amen. You know, when I graduated high school, and I thought I knew everything. You know how it is when you leave home. You will leave home with the expectations of things that you've been taught at home. You're able to do automatically once you leave home. But don't you know when you leave home, you get the real one. Those things that seem to be so easy turn out to be real hard. That love that you get from home, now you get it to eat. You know, instead of you was getting it home, and good old home cooking, now you just you microwave it, and it's going hard as a movie, like something. But you have to make that money. Because you get a reality check who you really are once you leave the nest. Because the advice that you used to get from your parents, you don't get the advice anymore. Now, what you learned at home, you're going to learn hardcore. Learning how to reject people when they cuss you out. Learning how to just brush people off, so to speak, when they call you names. Talk about you. You get a lot of that. Amen. I remember when I was in college, I had people, it's just because I was soft, mild mannered. You know, they call me names. So I had to learn how to block it off. And like Dr. Griffin said, I learned how to pray. I learned how to pray when I was in school. I learned how to pray. My mother taught us how to pray with the Father. So I took that, what I learned from home, that I didn't take advantage of. I learned, it kept it in my mind, but then it graduated to my heart. So those things that you learn at home, you take that stuff with you, because it's going to pay off in the end. Is that right? Amen. Amen. One thing, too, we were saying about all penalties aren't bad. But you know what? We have to take some credit for ourselves. We need to learn how to listen. Don't try to be bad all the time. Sometimes you see all this music you listen to, don't pay no attention. Am I still on Facebook? I hope I am. Because some of this music that you're listening to, you down your girl, calling them the bees. You know what I'm talking about. I had to agree with it because of the church. And then you calling yourself the beginning. And then you get mad because somebody wants to call you that. Same. It's just double saying. It doesn't make sense. You know? So what we have to learn how to do is check out ourselves first. Then when you get out, then you govern yourself accordingly. But you can't live like hell and then expect somebody to praise you. Am I right? Amen. You live like the devil, that's what you're going to do. You'll reap just what you sow. Exactly. So just remember. If the mom and dad tell you, this is not about the issue of what we have to do. Just because mom and dad talk to you about the Bible, you take this Bible with you. Anywhere you go. I want to do a little bit of that. Yes, sir. You fall. Then we're going to pray with you. Okay? You are the Savior, Lord, with you. You make And I just want you to stretch your hand toward our faith. We're going to say a prayer with you, for you, and pray for you. Father in heaven, thank you again for another day, another opportunity. God, as we sit back and we look down through the years, we see our babies turning to young adults to men and women. Father, we just thank you for the opportunity to just water them with your love. But God, we realize and understand only you are able to give us increase. Father, we pray that you touch each breath. Oh God, touch them with your finger of love. Build that fence all around each and every day. God, as they step out of home into reality. Oh God, whether they're going to face all types of things, all types of things, all types of disappointment, all types of hurt and pain that they've never felt or experienced before. But Father, just give them that reassurance that everything is going to be all right. But you said in your word that you could never leave. Lord, Father, we thank you for that special promise and that special blessing that you are laying upon them. Now, Father, we just pray that you touch each and every heart that's here on today. We pray, God, that the word that has come forth has touched the hearts of us all. God, that when we leave this place, we leave with information. We leave with a better attitude. Oh, God, a better belief. God, that you're still God. That you're still working. You're still able to save me with. Father, we just pray that somebody might be touched on today. Or in this case, that they will surrender themselves to you, God, before everlasting. God, we thank you for the life of sister who was taken on Thursday. Oh God, she didn't know that she was going to wake up Thursday morning and then she would be gone on Thursday afternoon. So Father, we just pray that you be with the family. But let us know, that people know that you can be here today and be gone. Oh God, help us to search our heart, to see the need to be saved before everlasting. Every change in the blink of an eye, we can be in eternity. Now, Father, there's someone here on today, somebody on this morning, he's begging to be saved, needs to be saved, wants to be saved. The Bible says if you just believe in your heart, you believe God can be saved. So if you are not saved, you want to be saved, just raise your hand. Nobody looking, everybody sees that. If you're not saved, if you don't know for sure, you're saved or not, I want you to raise your hand. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. All right. Father, we just thank you. We pray, God, that you bless the hearts that wanted to come with me. Give them boldness what it is. They can say, I'm saved. And I'm not ashamed of the gospel. Because I know there's someone out that wants to be saved. God, stir up the spirit from the inside in their hearts. And our Father, with bless you, and we thank you once again for speaking on today. Bless his heart, bless his wife. God bless